Hi, this is something I've been working on and writing about the differences between Charlie Kirk's Turning Point and Donald Trump's MAGA. This is part one of 6. If you go to the Turning Point website, you will see front and center their 3 core principles. 1. The U.S. Constitution is the most exceptional political document ever written. 2. USA is the greatest country in the history of the world. 3. Capitalism is the most moral and proven economic system ever discovered. Good. Elaborating on that, note how the 3 are connected. The Constitution established this country as one to be run under the rule of law, and that rule of law created the framework under which capitalism could flourish, which then made this country the greatest the world has ever seen. Okay. The Constitution did that by breaking power up into 3 branches of government with checks and balances between each so that no one individual or power center could bring us back to the monarchy we were escaping. This was expressed in the first 3 articles of the Constitution. Article 1 describes the role and powers of Congress, saying Congress makes the laws that govern the country. Article 2 describes the role and powers of the president, saying the president enacts the laws that were made by Congress. Article 3 describes the role and powers of the Supreme Court, saying it ensures that neither of the other 2 branches exceeds the power given them by the Constitution. In summary, the Turning Point stance is this is the greatest country the world has ever seen, and it was made that way by the Constitution and capitalism. Donald Trump and MAGA. They have a different message. According to Donald Trump and MAGA, the system, our government, is not working for the common man. America, once great, has been in decline for a number of years. This is because one political party, the Democrats, have subverted the government for their own purposes. They got to power by manipulating the electoral process to get votes through promises of services for illegal immigrants and for people not willing to work, all funded using working men's taxpayer money. This needs to be fixed. The solution is to elect an individual, Donald Trump, who knows how to fix the system, and to expand the powers of the president beyond Article 2 of the Constitution so that he can make the changes necessary to make our country great again. With the support of a MAGA-controlled Congress and MAGA-controlled Supreme Court, this can happen. For example, the Constitution says only Congress can set tariffs, which the president then enforces. Donald Trump has taken over the setting of tariffs for the good of our country, as Congress was failing to use this tool to help restore our standing in the world. The MAGA Congress and MAGA Supreme Court are okay with this. For example, the Constitution says only Congress can appropriate money, and that the president must then spend that money accordingly. But Donald Trump has refused to spend congressionally appropriated money, such as for U.S. aid, that he feels is leading to the country's decline. The MAGA Congress and MAGA Supreme Court are okay with this. There are many more examples where the MAGA movement is putting more and more power into the hands of the president, way beyond what Article 2 of the Constitution allows, so that the country can finally get moving again in a good direction. These changes are saving the country and the world. The biggest problem is the Democrats and various naysayers keep trying to throw roadblocks in the way. More on that to follow.